Sam Elliott, the man behind the mustache. The name Sam Elliott instantly evokes images of rugged cowboys, stoic gunslingers, and that unmistakable, gravelly voice. From his uncredited appearance in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to his Oscar-nominated role in A Star is Born, Elliott has remained a steady presence in Hollywood for decades. With cult classics like The Big Lebowski and iconic westerns such as Tombstone, he's carved out a legendary status. But the man behind the mustache is far more complex than his screen persona suggests. Behind the scenes, Elliott has faced deep personal loss, challenged industry expectations, and built a lasting relationship with fellow actor Catherine Ross. Yet whispers of personal struggles and career setbacks continue to circulate. Sam Elliott wasn't born a Hollywood legend, he earned it. Born Samuel Pack Elliott in Sacramento, California, in 1944, his early life could have been pulled from the pages of a Western script. His mother, Glenn, a spirited Texan, was a champion diver turned gym teacher. His father, Henry, worked for the Department of the Interior, helping control predators and protect livestock. Quiet yet heroic figure, not unlike the characters Sam would one day portray. But California wasn't where his story would take root. At age 13, Elliott's life took a dramatic turn when his family relocated to Portland, Oregon. There, amidst the rain-soaked landscapes of the Pacific Northwest, he attended David Douglas High School. Far from a typical teen heartthrob, Elliott was already walking his own path, though he briefly enrolled at the University of Oregon. Traditional academics didn't hold his attention. It wasn't until he took the stage in a production of Guys and Dolls at Clark College that everything changed. The lights, the applause, it lit a fire. A local newspaper even urged him to pursue acting professionally. The bond between Sam and his father was forged in the wild. Long days spent fishing, hiking, and simply being together instilled in Elliott a deep reverence for nature and a quiet resilience, qualities that would become hallmarks of his film roles. But like many father-son relationships, theirs had tension. Henry, a practical man of a different era, was skeptical of Sam's Hollywood dreams. "You've got a snowball's chance in hell in that town," he once told his son. The dreamer and the realistic classic clash. Still, mutual love and respect ran deep. Then, tragedy struck. In 1962, while Sam was still in high school, his father suffered a fatal heart attack at just 54. He died in Glenn's arms, in the familiar comfort of their Portland home. Sam, only 17 at the time, was left reeling. He would later call the loss simply a bummer. In his characteristically understated way, in a 2018 interview with the Off-Camera Show, Elliott reflected on the moment that changed his life. He died thinking, "Man, this kid is going to go down the wrong path," and I think, on some level, that either haunted me or pushed me to focus even harder. Though Henry never lived to see his son's success, Sam has always believed his father would be proud. So how did Sam Elliott turn grief and doubt into fuel for a Hollywood career that spanned generations? That journey begins in the 1960s. The period following his father's death was a difficult time for Sam Elliott. Feeling a strong urge to serve, he considered joining the fight in the Vietnam War. However, after a heartfelt conversation with his mother and advice from a close family friend, he chose a different path, listing in the California Air National Guard instead. This decision likely saved his life. Although Elliott never saw combat, his time in the military held deep meaning for him. He later expressed gratitude for being stationed stateside, mixed with a sense of guilt for those who were not as fortunate. This experience likely shaped his affinity for military roles throughout his acting career. His commanding presence and distinctive voice made him a natural fit for portraying soldiers and officers. Elliott also contributed to projects honoring veterans, including a short film commemorating the Vietnam War and a 2020 documentary titled Honor Guard, reflecting his respect for those who served. After his National Guard service, Elliott set his sights on Los Angeles. Hollywood in the late 1960s was a smaller, tougher industry with fewer studios and TV networks, making the climb to success challenging. To develop his craft, Elliott joined an acting workshop hosted by Columbia Pictures. But like many aspiring actors, he worked odd jobs, construction, and anything else to pay the bills. His journey involved many twists and fortunate connections. Through a family friend, Elliott met an assistant director, a neighbor of his mother. While this connection didn't immediately lead to acting roles, it placed him in the right circles. One day while working on a house, he met casting director Bob Thompson. Despite Thompson being married, the two formed a friendship. Thompson saw potential in Elliott and helped him sign with his first talent agent, opening the door to his acting career. Elliott's early work consisted mainly of minor roles in television westerns. His first credited TV appearance was in a 1969 episode of Judd for the Defense titled The Crystal Maze, where he played Dan Kenyon. That same year, Elliott made his first film appearance, though uncredited, in the iconic western Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, starring legends Paul Newman and Robert Redford. The film is a classic, but Elliott's role was a brief, almost unnoticed part as card player number 2. Though Sam Elliott's film debut in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was silent and small, it set the stage for something far more significant. During the filming of The Legacy in 1978, Elliott met Catherine Ross, one of the leading ladies from the original Butch Cassidy, and they fell in love. The couple married in 1984 and have remained together ever since. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Elliott steadily built his reputation in Hollywood. While superstardom remained just out of reach, he became a recognizable and reliable supporting actor, often embodying the rugged, quintessential Western persona in TV shows, movies, and miniseries. In the 1970-71 season, he secured a recurring role as Doug Roberts on the popular series Mission Impossible. Around the same time, Elliott's rugged charm found an unexpected outlet in a series of Falstaff beer commercials where he portrayed the classic American Cowboy. In 1975 marked a turning point when he landed the lead role of Charles within the television film I Will Fight No More Forever. The historical drama depicted Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce tribe's struggle against forced relocation by the U.S. government. Following this, Elliott starred as Sam Damon in the 1976-77 miniseries Once an Eagle. His true breakthrough, however, came in 1976 with the independent film Lifeguard. Elliott played Rick Carlson, a seasoned lifeguard in Southern California, wrestling with his life's choices. Although the film performed well commercially, critics were mixed, and Elliott found its marketing disappointing. Despite these successes, his career faced setbacks. His outspoken criticism of Lifeguard's promotion reportedly upset executives at Paramount Pictures, limiting his opportunities with the major studio. In a 1980 interview, Elliott candidly revealed Hollywood's darker side. He spoke about being propositioned during auditions, both by men and women, and how his refusal to engage in such games likely hurt his career. "It probably hurt me," he admitted, "but my conscience is clear." Decades later, Elliott became a vocal supporter of the #MeToo movement, acknowledging the challenges women have faced in the industry. Despite these obstacles, Elliott carved out a distinct niche. He took on the role of Tom Kang in the 1977 miniseries Aspen and shocked audiences with a dramatic turn as an abusive killer in 1981's Murder in Texas, co-starring with Farrah Fawcett and his future wife, Catherine Ross. The miniseries format suited him well, leading to more prominent roles, including starring alongside Cheryl Ladd in 1985's A Death in California. Sam Elliott continued to build his reputation as a versatile character actor throughout the 1980s and beyond, appearing in numerous made-for-TV movies that showcased his range. His rugged demeanor made him a natural fit for westerns, and in 1979 he teamed up with Tom Selleck in the popular Western miniseries The Sackets. Based on Louis L'Amour's novel, the duo reunited in 1982 for another L'Amour adaptation, The Shadow Riders, further cementing Elliott's affinity for the genre. 1985 saw Elliott branching out into diverse roles. In Mask, he delivered a powerful supporting performance alongside Cher, and then demonstrated his softer side as a sympathetic father figure in the Christmas classic Prancer, 1989. His versatility was also evident in guest appearances on iconic TV shows like Felony Squad, Gunsmoke, Lancer, and Hawaii Five-0. While continuing to shine in various television movies, Elliott's ability to bring historical figures to life was clear in his portrayal of Wild Bill Hickok in the 1995 miniseries Buffalo Girls. The following year, he starred in the TV movie Gone to Texas, exploring the complex life of Sam Houston, the warrior politician, and his deep ties to the Cherokee Nation. Then came a role that would truly solidify his status. Wade Garrett, the grizzled, wise mentor in the 1989 cult classic Roadhouse. This performance elevated Elliott's standing in Hollywood. But success was far from linear. Despite being a veteran actor with decades of experience, widespread fame still remained just out of reach. The 1990s marked a turning point. Elliott was a familiar face but not yet a household name. In 1991, he finally shared the screen with his wife Catherine Ross in the TV movie adaptation of Louis L'Amour's Keller's Rangers, showcasing both his ability to lead projects and his enduring off-screen partnership. His status as a Western icon was firmly cemented in 1993. That year, he portrayed Brigadier General John Buford in the historical epic Gettysburg, and also earned critical acclaim for his role as Virgil Earp in Tombstone. Alongside Kurt Russell, Elliott embodied the gritty lawman of the Old West, a role tailor-made for his weathered looks and quiet intensity. These successes finally brought his name to the forefront. No longer just a familiar face, Elliott's time had come. Doors opened to a variety of roles, including parts in films like We Were Soldiers 2002 and beyond. Of course, no discussion of Sam Elliott's work in the 90s be complete without mentioning his unforgettable turn as the stranger in the Coen brothers' cult classic The Big Lebowski 1998. Elliott's narration, folksy yet philosophical, became so synonymous with the quirky film that it's hard to imagine the movie without its gravelly voice guiding us through the absurdity. But don't let its cult status fool you. The Big Lebowski was a box office flop when it first hit theaters. Critics were less than kind, as it grossed a meager $17.4 million domestically against a $15 million budget. Thankfully, Time had a different plan. Today, it's revered as one of the Coens' finest works, with Elliott's enigmatic stranger standing as a cornerstone of the film's devoted fan base. Initially, Elliott wasn't thrilled at the idea of playing yet another cowboy-esque character. That changed the moment he read the script and noticed the dialogue describing this tumbling tumbleweed blowing, complete with a Southwest accent that sounded suspiciously like his own. In an NPR interview, Elliott revealed his surprise and amusement that the Coen brothers had quite literally written him into the film. Filming wasn't without its quirks. After endless retakes of his final scene, Elliott's frustration boiled over. The Coens, with their signature dry humor, confessed they actually preferred to take several versions earlier. They just couldn't resist watching him perform it over and over. It was a testament to Elliott's captivating presence and the unique character he brought to life. The Big Lebowski's enduring appeal owes much to Elliott's stranger, whose voice warm as worn leather guides viewers through the absurd world of the dude, offering wry observations and a touch of surreal wisdom. But Elliott's range didn't stop there. In the ever-expanding universe of comic book movies, even Hollywood's iconic cowboy dipped a toe into the supernatural. Back in 2003, before superhero mania fully exploded, Universal Pictures released Ang Lee's Hulk. Though the film starred Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly, it was Elliott who brought grit as General Thunderbolt Ross, the stern military father to Bruce Banner's love interest. However, when the Hulk got its Hollywood makeover in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, Elliott's role was passed to William Hurt, who would go on to become a staple in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the cowboy's superhero stint wasn't over in 2007. Under 20th Century Fox, Elliott appeared in Ghost Rider. Gone was the military uniform replaced by weathered leather and a mysterious aura as he portrayed the caretaker, seasoned cowboy mentoring the fiery motorcycle-riding Ghost Rider, played by Nicolas Cage. Talk about role reversal. It's a testament to Elliott's versatility that he seamlessly transitioned from playing the disapproving father figure to the mentor of a supernatural anti-hero. Whether on horseback or astride a flaming motorcycle, Sam Elliott remains an unforgettable presence, proof that no role is too wild for Hollywood's quintessential cowboy. Though neither Hulk nor Ghost Rider exist within the sprawling continuity of today's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, fans can't help but wonder, with William Hurt's passing, could Sam Elliott make a surprise return as General Ross? Or has he finally hung up his superhero hat for good? Only time will tell. Sam Elliott's career continued its upward trajectory throughout the 2000s. His portrayal of Command Sergeant Major Basil L. Plumley in 2002's We Were Soldiers highlighted his ability to embody real-life military figures with authenticity and gravitas. The following year, he ventured back into the superhero realm as General Thaddeus Ross in Hulk. But Elliott's range extended far beyond the battlefield and the Cape. In 2005's critically acclaimed Thank You for Smoking, he took a poignant turn as a former Marlboro man grappling with lung cancer. The next year, he embraced animation, lending his voice to Ben the Cow in the hit film Barnyard. 2007 delivered a double dose of fantasy, first as Carter Slade in Ghost Rider, then diving into the mystical world of Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials as Lee Scoresby and The Golden Compass. Sharing the screen with stars like Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. Elliott's appeal wasn't limited to film and TV. His iconic voice became synonymous with American brands like Coors Beer and Dodge Ram trucks. He also lent his distinctive rumble to campaigns for IBM and the American Beef Council. Perhaps most fittingly, since 2008, Elliott has served as the voice of Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service's beloved fire prevention mascot. Strange coincidence. Elliott shares his August 9th birthday with Smokey, and both he and Catherine Ross have first-hand experience with the devastating impact of wildfires. In 2009, Elliott appeared in Up in the Air as the chief pilot for American Airlines. Showcasing his versatility yet again, he continued this trend with appearances on the hit comedy Parks and Recreation, playing Ron Dunn, the laid-back hippie counterpart to Ron Swanson. In 2010, his voice brought the character Buster, aka Chupadogra, to life in the animated film Marmaduke. Yet even greater surprises awaited. While a Hollywood fixture for decades, the 2010s truly cemented Sam Elliott's status as a living legend. Recurring roles on popular Netflix series like The Ranch and Grace and Frankie kept him firmly in the spotlight. He further showcased his range by lending his iconic voice to heartwarming projects that continued to endear him to audiences old and new. In 2015, Elliott lent his voice to the animated hit The Good Dinosaur, adding another memorable role to his diverse career. But beyond that unmistakable voice, Elliott's most iconic feature is undoubtedly his magnificent mustache, a furry testament to his rugged charm. This signature facial hair earned him a spot in the prestigious Mustache Hall of Fame in 2015, joining an illustrious group that includes Teddy Roosevelt, Hulk Hogan, and even the blustery Yosemite Sam. Despite the accolade, Elliott remains amused by the fascination with his mustache.